Hey everybody, thanks for coming out and building with us over here at Smith Bricks. My name is Alan. Today we've got an awesome set to go over with one another. We've got the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet here that we've built. This is straight out of the Infinity Saga. This is another Marvel set. We just did Star-Lord's helmet on the last video, and now we're moving over to this one. I thought it'd be cool to do them back to back. This set number is 76191. It was released back in 2021. And it was one of this first of the kind in regard to the Gauntlet sets, because there was another one released a year later, the Nano Gauntlet. We'll bring that one in a little bit later. But continuing on with this review, this puppy was out of sight. I've never had a Lego set that had all of these drum lacquer pieces, all the gold pieces that you see on this thing. They really pop and stand out when you finish building this overall set. It looks really, really cool. I mean, it takes you right back to the movie itself when Thanos was, snapping his fingers and making people disappear and just throwing all the Marvel characters just like all over the scene when he was doing what he was doing with all his powers. But with that, the piece count on this thing was 590 pieces. It's about 12 and a half inches tall. Like I said, it has the drum lacquer gold pieces that you can see on it that really allows for it to stand out and look really great. The only thing that I can say that I'm kind of objected to is some of the gaps that you can clearly see within the set. But really, I guess there wasn't really anything too much else you could do with that, considering that it looks just like a hand. I mean, it looks really, really, really good. And I just don't think you could jam anything else in between there to make it look any better. So no big criticism there, but I mean, this thing looks absolutely great. I mean, take a look at the stones on it. The stones look really, really good. They gave them all different designs and everything. Not all of the stones are all built the same. Naturally, the Mind Stone is the largest, and it's right there on the back of the hand. And then you also have the green stone there on the thumb too. Really cool feature about this is that the posability. I mean, you can pretty much move these and do whatever it is that you see fit. I mean, you could make the Thanos snap if you like. I mean, you could ball up a fist if you want to. I mean, you could do the iconic. I know whoever owns it has done that before. But aside from that, I mean, the posability on it, I mean, it makes it like really, really cool. You can set it up and put it on your shelf, and, you could change it around, however you see fit, and, give it some different looks for a few different days if you want. But taking a look at some more details, you can see that not all of the pieces are the gold drum lacquer pieces. Some of them are some of these tan pieces. And I mean, I think with the majority of the tan pieces, as you can see here, they're on the inside. And when you're displaying this, nobody's going to see the inside of this thing. So, it doesn't make it like look really bad or anything else like that. I think they probably might have done this just to keep the overall cost of it down by not having everything be a gold drum lacquer piece or whatnot. But for whatever reason, they did it. I think it still looks good because you're displaying it this way anyway when you put it up or when anybody really sees it. But aside from that, the build experience with this, it was, like I said, it's a first of a kind. I've never built anything like it before out of Lego. So the experience is really different. Building all of the fingers individually, no fingers the same, like all of them are like different lengths or whatnot. The base and everything around it is, kind of weird. I mean, you've got a lot of connected pieces that kind of like hang off of one another to cover up some of those gaps and spots that I've shown you in the beginning. But when it all comes together, I mean, it looks like a cool hand that, I wish that you could actually, put your hand into and, and actually like use the thing. That would be awesome. But as you can see, this is Thanos's left hand, so this is the left hand gauntlet that he had used in the movie. And to bring in a special treat, I also have here, see if that's in focus. Oh, cool. The Nano Gauntlet. So this one was released in 2022, a year later. It was $70, so it's about $10 cheaper than the Infinity Gauntlet, which was $80. This one had a lower piece count at 455 pieces. And I think they did a good job with this one too. Also, coming in and covering up some of those gaps, in the Infinity Gauntlet that you can like clearly see just like from here, where there's gaps and spaces on the Infinity Gauntlet where you don't see them on the Nano Gauntlet. So I think they did a really good job with, redesigning and covering it up, and, still keeping with the Iron Man aesthetic of how, his hand looked, in comparison to, the Thanos' hand. Now, something I also really like how they did with the drum lacquer pieces, is the silver pieces on the Nano Gauntlet. I think that was a really cool design to incorporate all throughout the entire hand. And also, they've got these gold pieces in here as well, which aren't the drum lacquer gold pieces that were on the Infinity Gauntlet, but there's still that gold that represents, the gold that ran through Iron Man's suit. So I think they did a really, really good job with the detail on this Nano Gauntlet, in addition to the Infinity Gauntlet as well. They stepped the game up. This thing has the same amount of posability, as the Infinity Gauntlet. You can shape it and do anything you would want with it, just like you would the other. So great job to Lego. Awesome job on the design. Awesome job on the completed products on both of these. I give them a thumbs up. I give them a thumbs up, pun intended, on both of these sets. But thanks for coming out and building with us. These are my thoughts on these two awesome sets. If you like them, I'm pretty sure you probably bought them by now. These are, two older sets or whatever. But if you haven't, go ahead and pick them up. I think they're still on sale on the website or whatnot. But other than that, thanks again for coming out and building with us here at Smith Bricks. Please go ahead and like this video. And if you really, really liked it, share it with somebody. Everybody loves some Lego. And if not, introduce them to it and see if they want to come out and build with us and join us for some of the newer videos that we're coming out with and some of the ones that we already have released. Appreciate you all. Thanks again. Talk to you soon, and we'll build again. Bye.